Good afternoon. Welcome to today's vlog, Wednesday the 13th of August. Hope you're all well. I don't know what's happened to the weather today down here in the southeast of England. It's gone from 29 degrees this morning to 21, cloudy, raining almost. It's about being in Manchester. Right, update on payment. Very briefly, I had a company I did a job for in the middle of June. Payment due end of July. They hadn't paid. Chased them up on the 3rd with an email asking them to pay in a few days time or get back to me if there's a problem. I heard nothing. I phoned them up last Thursday. The chap said the lady who does the accounts isn't in the office, but I'll give her the details, you know, the score, and they'll get it paid over the weekend. Nothing when I looked on Sunday night, so I sent them another email, asked them, please could you pay by the end of business Tuesday, or let me know what the problem is, or I will have to accelerate the situation. I checked last night, no payment received, no great surprise. So there you go, Supreme Logistics in Portsmouth. I'm very surprised. It was a nice modern outfit. I actually collected from their premises. I think they had a couple of vehicles as well. And I took a load, some boxes up to Silverstone Racetrack or hotel by there. So anyway, so what I decided to do, I would go down the bad feedback on CX. In the past when I've tried that, not really got anywhere. I've just got some sort of messages from CX saying you need to prove that you've tried to get your payment, and I've almost not bothered with it. It just seems again a ball ache, and I'm not the most computer literate person in the world, so trying to scan documents or upload documents, it's just too much of a ball ache. Anyway, this time I put the feedback I hadn't been paid. Nothing came up. I left it 10 minutes, had a look on the shipper's directory, and nothing had turned up in their bad feedback. And then I happened to look for something else on my emails. Now, it had been an email from CX almost immediately after I posted the feedback. And basically now it looks like they're going to get involved. They're saying they acknowledge the non-payment and they're going to try and mediate. Might take up to 10 days, but in a nutshell, leave it with them and they'll get back to me. That is really good from the CX. I have been critical in the past that I felt they didn't do enough when it came to non-payment. I feel they do have some responsibility. Not 100%, but they do have some responsibility to sort of step in and make sure that people get paid if they've used their platform. I did mention a few weeks ago I thought SmartPay may change that, and perhaps it has. So I'll keep you updated to let you know if I do get payment from Supreme Logistics in Portsmouth or not. On to the day. If you watched yesterday's, I was home quite early yesterday, which was nice, and I didn't really want to mess about too much trying to find jobs. I wanted to get home and relax and switch off from the courier world. So I took a job that came up quite quickly, and that was for this morning from Colchester, 8 o'clock. Long wheelbase van was required, collection at 8 o'clock with 3 deliveries. Now I was collecting from the north side of Colchester, and then 1 delivery to the sort of south-east of Colchester, then the east of Colchester, and then on to Malden. A total of 21 loaded miles for 3 drops. I was going to go with £60, which would be my normal. If I was just doing Colchester to Malden, it would be £60, and then add on £10 for each of the extra 2 deliveries, making 80. But I went with £70 in the end. I just thought I want to get this done and sorted, so I put £70 on it. Regular shipper that I work for, and they rang me up quite quickly and said, yep, job's yours. So details came through. It was from a plumber's merchants. I have picked up there once before. When I was there before, they were busy loading their own vans and stuff, so I didn't get loaded as early as I possibly would like to, but still got loaded on time. So I decided to get there for 7:30. One of their vans was just leaving, which was good, and yep, they sorted the stuff out. There was an extra delivery though. They said we've actually got 4. We've got one going to Whittam at the end. Quick phone call to the shipper. I said, it's no problem my end. He said, just do it, we'll sort it out afterwards. So that's what we did. We got loaded up. All the deliveries were to schools, which is quite expected this time of year. But that was all okay. Sometimes you go to schools and there's lots of workmen around and you can't quite find the right person, but we managed it. I was away from the pickup at 7:50. I was emptying in Whittam 10 past 10. It should have been about well, it should have been just before 10, but there was a road closed coming out of Malden and everybody's had to go down a country lane, including the trucks, and it just seemed to take forever, but not a big problem. So empty by 10 past 10. I wasn't actually free to go till about 25 past 10. There was a total of 16 different pages of paperwork to upload. It seems some of the items had just literally been put on one page and I had to obtain signatures for all of it, so that took a little while, but hey, at the end of the day it's no problem. Phoned the shipper regarding the 4th delivery and I agreed, and he offered and I accepted an additional £20, so I got £90 for that job. It wasn't any problem, so I'm quite happy with that, and it's 10:30. Got a second job pretty much straight away. From Braintree, going to Ipswich, the east side of Ipswich. It's a job I have done before several times for the same shipper. It's 39 loaded miles and I put a price on it of £60. Again, maybe £10 cheap, but I've done the job before. I know where the pickup is, I know where the delivery is, I know the sort of medical goods that I'm taking. So I was happy with that, and I thought it puts me into a decent area for job number 3 and at a good time. So it took me about 20 minutes to get there. I think I arrived somewhere around about 10:50. I was off site by 11:05. 39 miles. A12 was a little bit slow, but no great dramas. Arrived on site at 12:10, and I was off site by 12:20. It was lunchtime for me, so I took myself about 10 minutes away. There's a nice Shell garage on the A14 going westbound just before the Orwell Bridge that I do use quite a lot. There's plenty of parking there, there's no time restrictions on it. So plotted up, switched the app off for a little while just to give it a complete break. There wasn't an awful lot happening. Stuck it all back on at 1 o'clock, and then round about, there was nothing much happening. Round about, I think it was about 1:30, it was virtually nothing happening, and I just happened to look at something else on Facebook, and it seemed the general conception was that the CX had gone down. It started back into life, I think, around about 2:05, 2:10. Don't suppose I've missed out on anything much. And then a job come up at 2:25 well, for collection this afternoon in Clacton-on-Sea. Delivery tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock in London E3, which is Bow. I do have to drop my wife off at the station in the morning tomorrow, and I won't make Bow for 8 o'clock if I left Colchester at about 6:20. So I took the job anyway. I've rung the wife, told her she's on the 5:55 train in the morning. Take it or lump it, but she's fine with that. So we'll have a little bit of an earlier start tomorrow. Goods are all loaded on board, 2 pallets, all strapped down, secure. The price for that, well, I'll tell you tomorrow. It's going to go on tomorrow's figures anyway, but it'll be a good start tomorrow anyway. So I'm a little bit short today, £90 and £60, a total of £150. But what I'm doing tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll get 2 jobs tomorrow afterwards, that will make up for the loss today, and hopefully it'll be a good 2 days anyway. That's it. I hope you've had a good day yourself. It's been all okay. I'm nearly home and it's 4 o'clock, which is perfect. I'm going to take myself out for a walk and a cup of tea, stretch the legs, and going to sit down and watch football tonight. PSG v Spurs. That should be entertaining. Expecting lots of goals and only in 1 net, but there we go, lads and lasses. Right, have a good evening, and I will speak to you tomorrow. All the best. Cheers, Paul.